Hold up, because what just went down with King Harris makes every episode of Love and Hip Hop, The Kardashians, and even CSI Atlanta look like a sleepy Sunday nap. The internet is losing its mind after reports claim King Harris, yes, T.I.'s bold, brash, unfiltered son, has mysteriously vanished from his ICU room. Like poof, gone. One minute he's hooked up to monitors, the next, not a single nurse knows where he went. Y'all, this is giving Netflix Thriller meets Rap Dynasty meltdown. Now T.I. is reportedly tearing through that hospital like Denzel in Man on Fire, demanding answers, slamming doors, and threatening lawsuits like he's got an entire legal army on speed dial. Meanwhile, fans are out here spinning conspiracy theories faster than TMZ uploads a thumbnail. Some are blaming foul play, others whispering cover-up, and a few are even dragging enemies from T.I.'s past into the mix. This isn't just a family emergency, this is a full-blown hip-hop mystery saga, and every second feels like another secret about to explode. Trust me, this rabbit hole runs deep, and by the end of this video, you might not look at the Harris family the same again. It all began like any other chaotic chapter in the Harris family saga. King Harris, the son of rap legend T.I., was in the ICU recovering from his previous brushes with danger. But nobody expected the next twist to hit like a lightning strike. Reports surfaced late at night. King Harris had vanished from his ICU room. Not missing from social media, not hiding from haters. Physically gone. Monitors still running, IVs still attached, and security footage that supposedly showed nothing. Yes, you heard that right. This wasn't just a slip. This was a real-life hospital thriller. The moment this news hit, the internet imploded. Twitter exploded with hashtags like #FindKingHarris, MyHospitalMystery, and OnTipRage. Memes collided with conspiracy theories faster than you could say, reality TV meets The Godfather. People were speculating everything. Was this foul play, an inside job, or did King pull a Houdini? Someone even suggested he needed a dramatic escape for content. Please. This was life or death, not a YouTube skit. T.I., who normally handles chaos like a chess master, was reportedly losing it in real time. Witnesses outside the hospital described him pacing like a man possessed, screaming into his phone, calling every number he could find, and demanding answers with a ferocity that could intimidate the FBI. One insider even claimed T.I. yelled, "Where the hell is my son?" loud enough that the entire ICU floor froze in terror. Meanwhile, social media detectives went wild. Leaks allegedly from hospital staff surfaced, blurry photos of empty beds, suspiciously missing medical equipment, and cryptic captions hinting at a cover-up. Reddit threads turned into digital war zones with users connecting dots no sane person should. Some even claimed King Harris's disappearance was orchestrated to manipulate public sympathy. Classic celebrity scandal fuel. But when you factor in the timing, the medical alerts, and T.I.'s near-explosive reaction, this story was screaming real drama. Fans and critics alike started digging into every angle of King's hospital stay. Some speculated that rival factions might be involved, people pointing to enemies of T.I., or even jealous inmates from his previous jail altercations. Others suggested hospital negligence. The common thread? Nobody knew the truth. And in the void of facts, chaos thrives. Tiny, King's mother, reportedly arrived moments after the disappearance was confirmed. Onlookers said she was visibly shaken, alternating between pleading for information and calling authorities. Sources said she clutched King's personal belongings like they were lifelines, her screams piercing the otherwise sterile ICU environment. Fans watching online were heartbroken. Here's the son of a hip-hop dynasty, robbed of safety in a place that's supposed to be sacred, a hospital. And of course, the leaks didn't stop there. Alleged voice notes from nurses surfaced online claiming he was here and then he wasn't. Security says nothing. Cameras say nothing. People across Instagram and TikTok scrambled to share these snippets, with captions like, "Hospital cover-up? You decide." The speculation hit fever pitch, blurring the line between journalism and pure chaos. Meanwhile, T.I. reportedly demanded immediate access to all hospital surveillance footage. Insiders claimed he was speaking to lawyers, law enforcement, and anyone remotely connected to the facility trying to piece together the disappearance. It's one thing to fight in the court of public opinion. It's another to storm the halls of a hospital, legal power and parental rage combined. And if anyone knows how to do it with intimidation and authority, it's T.I. The public reaction was instantaneous. Twitter threads ran 1,000 replies deep. Fans shared prayer chains, memes, and video edits, juxtaposing King's disappearance with scenes from Gone Girl and Prison Break. Headlines screamed, "King Harris ICU Vanishing Act," and T.I. demands answers after son disappears in hospital. Every outlet, from TMZ to The Shade Room, scrambled to get the inside scoop. And let's not forget the chaos of misinformation. Some posts claimed King had been kidnapped, while others suggested he staged the disappearance to troll the media. Memes exploded comparing him to Harry Potter disappearing in the invisibility cloak scene, or Houdini himself. Internet humor collided with tragedy in ways that only social media can pull off, simultaneously irreverent and horrifying. As night fell, tensions inside the hospital reached a fever pitch. Staff reportedly doubled security, while T.I. refused to leave. Tiny stayed close, holding on to every scrap of information, and the two parents were reportedly seen speaking with detectives, security, and even private investigators. Every phone call, every new leak, every suspicious image became part of a puzzle that no one could solve yet. The bigger picture was terrifying. This was a hospital, a place that's supposed to guarantee safety and life-saving care. Yet King Harris disappeared. And while the internet debated motives, T.I. made it clear he would not rest until his son was found. And just when you think the story couldn't get any more insane, a new detail surfaced. A blurry figure was allegedly spotted on security footage leaving the hospital around the same time King vanished. Eyewitnesses described it as someone moving quickly, like they knew exactly what they were doing. Of course, the footage leaked online almost immediately, setting the stage for a nationwide hunt for answers and fueling speculation that this was no accident. By the end of the first 24 hours, the story had escalated beyond anyone's expectations. Memes, conspiracy theories, and heartbreak were interwoven like a live-streamed thriller. T.I. and Tiny were now at the center of a scandal that made the Kardashians' family meltdowns look like preschool tantrums. Every outlet, every fan page, and every influencer had an angle, and no one knew the full story. One thing was clear: this wasn't just another celebrity headline. This was life chaos and family legacy colliding in a way that would keep the world watching, waiting, and wondering what on earth would happen next. As the second day of King Harris's mysterious ICU disappearance unfolded, the internet officially entered apocalyptic gossip mode. Hashtags like "Don't Find King Harris," "Aren't ICU Mystery," and "Dr. Tip Rage" were trending globally. Twitter users, TikTok sleuths, and Reddit detectives scrambled to dissect every tiny leak, from blurry photos of empty hospital rooms to alleged voice notes from staff. Some claimed, this isn't just a hospital scandal, this is a kidnapping thriller. Others were speculating that rival factions were involved, dragging old rap beefs and enemies of T.I. into the chaos. Meanwhile, T.I. was reportedly a storm in human form. Eyewitnesses described him storming through hospital corridors, demanding footage, calling in favors, and intimidating anyone who dared give vague answers. He wasn't just a father looking for his son. He was a one-man hurricane, a cross between John Wick and a reality TV meltdown, with a dash of parental fury that could set social media on fire in a second. The leaks kept coming. Alleged security footage circulated online, showing a shadowy figure moving suspiciously around King's ICU room while monitors beeped unattended. The post went viral within minutes. Memes exploded. King Harris compared to Houdini, Harry Potter in his invisibility cloak, or even a celebrity-level Gone Girl disappearance. The internet, as always, mixed tragedy with absurdity, creating a bizarre cultural moment where chaos met humor in real time. Fans and celebrities flooded social media with reactions. Cardi B posted a cryptic story. "Prayers up, King. Stay safe." Boozy Badaz tweeted, "Somebody tried it. Keep him safe, y'all." Even mainstream media outlets weighed in, spinning headlines like, "Rap royalties, son mysteriously vanishes from ICU, and T.I. demands immediate answers in hospital mystery." And of course, conspiracy theories exploded. One anonymous post claimed King was deliberately taken by someone inside the hospital. Another said it was a rival rapper sending a warning. A third alleged it was all orchestrated for social media clout. The more unverified the theory, the faster it spread. Because in 2025, a rumor doesn't need proof to trend, it just needs engagement. Tiny, King's mother, became an emotional anchor in the saga. Social media footage showed her outside the hospital, clinging to every scrap of information, her face pale and eyes wide with fear. Fans flooded her pages with prayers, gifts, and heartfelt messages, while haters speculated whether the family was over-dramatizing or playing the system. Then came a bombshell. An alleged insider claimed King had been spotted near a restricted wing of the hospital, escorted by unidentified figures. Of course, the clip was low quality, unclear, and yet enough to send social media spiraling. Speculation intensified. Was it a kidnapping? A miscommunication? Or had King staged a disappearance for content? Everyone had a theory, and the chaos was delicious for online drama hunters. Meanwhile, T.I. gave what some called an emotional press release. Standing outside the hospital with Tiny beside him, he said, "My son's life is not a headline. Whoever is responsible will answer. I will find him." Fans called it the most raw, unfiltered T.I. moment in years, proof that even rap royalty has limits when it comes to family. Memes of him pacing, talking on the phone, and looking like a man in full mission mode flooded Instagram. The celebrity reactions weren't just limited to social media. Sources claimed multiple rappers and influencers were reaching out privately, offering help, resources, or information. Even minor celebrity accounts were posting cryptic tweets like, "You don't know the half of it. Stay tuned." It was a frenzy that combined real-world fear with online hysteria, a recipe that makes the Kardashians' family drama look like amateur hour, and as if the story needed more twists. Another leak allegedly came from a hospital staff group chat. A message read, "He was here, then gone, security is clueless. Cameras not recording. WTF." Within minutes, screenshots circulated on Twitter and Instagram, fueling theories of corruption, incompetence, and possibly a sinister cover-up. Fans were desperate for more. Who took him? Where is he? When will T.I. get answers? Memes, of course, were inevitable. King Harris compared to Houdini, Gone Girl posters, or someone pulling a Harry Potter vanish trick flooded timelines. But amid the jokes, there was a real fear, a palpable sense that something terrifying had occurred. The mix of humor and horror became the signature energy of the internet in 2025, turning tragedy into a viral spectacle. Adding to the frenzy, a leaked voice note allegedly from a nurse hinted at internal confusion. We were told he was stable, then he wasn't. Security didn't see anything. It's crazy. The uncertainty made every fan, influencer, and reporter feel like part of a live-action mystery thriller. Social media threads exploded with speculation. Was it internal negligence? Was it a targeted attack? Is this why T.I. is losing it? By the end of day 2, the ICU disappearance had officially become the biggest viral story of the week, if not the month. Internet sleuths and gossip pages had turned every detail, no matter how small or unverified, into a narrative. Fans debated motives, blamed rival rappers, and even speculated about hospital staff. Every new leak fueled the drama, escalating the stakes and keeping everyone glued to their screens. T.I. refused to back down. Reports say he personally demanded access to all footage, spoke to law enforcement, and called in every favor imaginable. Tiny stayed by his side, providing emotional strength while also fielding the relentless curiosity of journalists and fans alike. Every move the Harris family made became another viral clip, another story, and another point of contention online. By the end of the second day, the situation had evolved into a full-blown national spectacle. Hospitals, social media, celebrities, and fans were all caught in a cyclone of fear, speculation, and outrage. Everyone knew something monumental had occurred, but nobody had the complete story. And just when it seemed like the situation couldn't get more intense, reports surfaced that King Harris may have been located nearby, but heavily sedated and still under medical supervision. Details were sketchy, contradictory, and leaked in real time. The perfect storm to keep every gossip site, YouTube channel, and TikTok feed buzzing for hours. The ICU disappearance wasn't just a headline anymore. It was a living, breathing digital wildfire. A story that combined tragedy, conspiracy, celebrity outrage, and internet chaos in a way that guaranteed millions of eyeballs, endless debates, and a saga nobody would forget anytime soon. By the third day, the King Harris ICU saga had officially morphed into a full-blown cultural phenomenon. Every news outlet, gossip blog, and social media platform was reporting, analyzing, and speculating. The story had transcended a simple disappearance. It was now a national obsession, blending danger, celebrity power, and pure chaotic energy that made every Kardashian's meltdown look like a quiet family dinner. Finally, confirmation came. King Harris was located, not abducted, not harmed intentionally, but under extreme medical supervision after a sudden complication. The vanishing act had been the result of hospital protocol. miscommunication, and extreme parental oversight. T.I., who had been pacing, yelling, and practically shaking the hospital walls, immediately released a statement, his voice raw with emotion. "My son is alive. That's all that matters. But whoever dropped the ball here is going to pay," fans erupted. Social media went from fear to celebration in record time. Memes transitioned from Houdini King to King back from the dead. TikTok edits flooded timelines, showing slow-motion dramatic entrances, medical monitors flashing, and T.I.'s intense fatherly glare. Because nothing says rap royalty like a dad who looks like he's ready to fight a small army to protect his kid. Tiny, still visibly shaken, posted a heartfelt Instagram live thanking fans for prayers and support. "My baby is safe. That's what matters," she said, tears streaming. But even in relief, the internet couldn't help but debate the hospital's role. Comment sections exploded with outrage. How does a celebrity kid almost vanish in a hospital? Security? More like zero. And of course, the conspiracy theorists had a field day, claiming the disappearance was staged for views, sympathy, or media manipulation. Meanwhile, King Harris himself finally spoke. Though weak, he went live from the hospital, and his first words were a mix of relief and defiance. "Y'all thought I was gone. I'm still here, stronger than ever. Nobody controls me. Not the system, not the haters." The comments blew up instantly. Fans praised his resilience. Critics grumbled about perceived theatrics, and the media dubbed it a miraculous ICU comeback. The story had transformed from terror to triumph in less than 48 hours. But the saga wasn't over. Celebrities weighed in with every shade of reaction. Lil Durk posted a heartfelt message. "Stay safe. King, God got you." Boozy Badaz said, "Somebody tried it, but he's still standing." Meanwhile, trolls flooded timelines with jokes, memes, and savage one-liners comparing the hospital drama to Mission Impossible and Gone Girl. The line between reality and internet entertainment blurred in real time. T.I. doubled down on accountability. In a heated podcast appearance, he slammed the hospital's negligence and made it clear that he was not playing games. "I don't care who you are. If you fail my son, you're gonna answer." Fame doesn't protect him, but it sure makes me angry. Fans and media outlets praised him for his transparency and intensity, solidifying his image as both a protective father and a celebrity capable of commanding the system. King Harris's recovery was gradual but highly publicized. Every small milestone, moving his hand, speaking a word, sitting up, became content. It was both touching and absurd. The public was watching a hospital saga unfold like reality TV. Music producers, marketers, and influencers started framing his survival as a comeback story, blending real-life danger with entertainment, which kept social media buzzing. And then came the unexpected twist. Footage leaked of T.I. storming the hospital corridors, demanding answers and confronting staff. The video went viral, instantly becoming meme material. Internet users edited it with dramatic music, slow-motion effects, and captions like, "When your kid disappears and you realize this isn't a rap video, it's real life." The sheer intensity of T.I.'s emotions made him the star of the saga, not just his son. By the end of the week, public perception had shifted dramatically. King Harris was no longer just a celebrity kid. He was a symbol of resilience, survival, and chaotic energy in the face of adversity. Fans began calling this the King Resurrection, while media outlets praised the Harris family for navigating the storm with raw emotion and determination. Even critics had to admit, this story had everything: suspense, fear, humor, and eventual triumph. The hospital itself faced scrutiny. Investigations were launched, policies questioned, and security protocols became the center of national debate. This was no longer about King alone, it was about safety, accountability, and how even celebrity privilege couldn't shield someone from systemic errors. And yet, through all the chaos, King Harris had changed. He wasn't just the impulsive, brash kid headlines loved to roast. He was older, more aware, and visibly impacted by what he'd survived. In interviews and social media posts, he emphasized resilience and learning from danger. Fans noticed the subtle shift in tone. King 2.0 was born, and the internet couldn't get enough. Even T.I. recognized the transformation. In a rare interview, he said, "He's still my boy, still loud, still king. But now he knows life's lessons firsthand. That ICU taught him more than any street fight ever could." The line resonated, cementing the saga not just as a personal story, but a cultural moment, a lesson in survival, parental protection, and the insane scrutiny of fame. As King finally left the hospital, the cameras clicked, fans cheered, and social media exploded. The boy who had vanished became a symbol of survival, and the man who had nearly torn the hospital apart became the embodiment of parental love in the public eye. The saga was over, or so it seemed, because in the world of celebrity chaos, this is never truly the end. The ICU drama would fuel memes, inspire content, and dominate gossip for months to come. One thing was crystal clear: King Harris's disappearance, T.I.'s fury, and the internet's obsession had created a story that would be remembered as one of the wildest, most shocking celebrity events of the year. And somewhere, in the back of every fan's mind, a single question lingered: what happens next? The answer? Only time and the Harris family will tell. And there you have it, folks, the wildest, most chaotic hospital saga in hip-hop history. King Harris vanished, T.I. went nuclear, and the internet, well, it lost its collective mind. This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is living, breathing chaos that makes Kardashian's family meltdowns look like a kindergarten play. Now, before you scroll away pretending you didn't just gasp at every detail, do the right thing, smash that like button like it owes you rent, hit subscribe like your life depends on it, and ring that bell like T.I. ringing the hospital yelling for answers. Because here at Celebrux, we don't just cover drama. We inhale it, analyze it, and serve it hotter than a hospital ICU coffee machine at 2 a.m. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think this was a near-tragic accident or something more sinister? Who's responsible for the ICU chaos? And most importantly, what will King Harris do next? Your theories fuel the madness, and trust me, we read everything. Remember, on Celebrux, scandals don't just happen. They trend, explode, and redefine reality. Every shocking leak, every meltdown, every outrageous moment lands here first. If you want to be in the know before anyone else, stay glued to this channel, because in the world of celebrity chaos, you snooze, you lose. So gear up, stay caffeinated, stay nosy, and buckle in, because the drama doesn't end with this ICU story. It just evolves, escalates, and gets even juicier. Celebrux, where reality bites harder, drama hits faster, and the gossip never sleeps.